Big Bomac. I want to thank Red, Saul, Chet, Bernard, Dr. Conroy, Steven, Paulina, Shakur, Denise. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Jessica, Ish. Most importantly, my brother. I want to thank Harrison, my brother. I want to thank everybody that had a part in making this a success.
Terence Crawford has stunned the boxing world once again. But this time, it had nothing to do with a fight. On an otherwise ordinary Tuesday in December, without a press tour, media circus, or pay-per-view hype, a simple video surfaced online and instantly shifted the sports narrative. Bud Crawford, widely regarded as one of the finest fighters of his era, didn't reveal a new challenge. Instead, he revealed that the journey was over. Undefeated at 42-0 and coming off the most significant win of his career, Crawford confirmed that he has officially stepped away from boxing, closing a chapter on one of the most remarkable runs in modern fight history.
Breaking news in the boxing world. Terence "Bud" Crawford confirmed his retirement from professional boxing in a social media post and video, saying he's walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. He didn't really use retired, but in every statement but his message is a strong indication that he's ending his career after his most recent.
Most fighters stay far longer than they should. They wait until the damage shows, until the losses pile up, until the body can no longer keep up with the will. Too often, pride and one final payday pull them into moments they can't escape with dignity. But Terence Crawford chose a different path. He stood at the peak, stared at the fortune still waiting for him, glanced at the legacy he'd already secured, and decided that an undefeated 42-0 was a perfect ending. So why step away now? Why leave when many believe he remains the most dangerous fighter alive? The answer traces back to a defining moment just 3 months ago, one that forced Crawford to confront a truth even legends must eventually accept.
Mama, Grandma, we made it. We made it. You know, it's been a journey, you know? It's been a journey. I remember, like it was yesterday, I went to quit boxing. You know, it was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's going to all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing. But them having the faith in me and keeping me on the narrow arrow, you know, is what y'all see today.
Terence Crawford announced his retirement in a quiet but powerful way on December 16th, 2025, releasing a simple YouTube video with no press conference or hype, where he revealed that after going 42-0 and achieving everything in boxing, he had decided to walk away at the top, calmly explaining that he had made peace with what comes next. A rare and defining moment for a fighter who chose legacy and self-respect over money, proving that his exit was not a surrender, but a graduation from the sport interview.
I want to thank Red, Saul, Chet, Bernard, Dr. Conroy, Steven, Paulina, Shakur, Denise. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Jessica, Ish. Most importantly, my brother. I want to thank Harrison, my brother. I want to thank everybody that had a part in making this a success. Mama, Grandma, we made it. We made it. You know, it's been a journey, you know? It's been a journey. I remember, like it was yesterday, I went to quit boxing. You know, it was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's going to all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing. But them having the faith in me and keeping me on the narrow arrow, you know, is what y'all see today. You know, because without them, I wouldn't be up here right now. Bernard Davis. I can't thank him enough. Rosendo Robles. I can't thank him enough.
To truly understand Terence Crawford's decision, you have to go back to September 13th, 2025, the night everything changed, when he signed a contract to fight Canelo Alvarez and immediately faced a wave of criticism from those who said he was too small and was taking on a challenge no one believed he could survive, a moment that would ultimately reshape his perspective on risk, legacy, and what he still needed to prove.
When they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's going to say, it's too small, and then, you know, he needs to enjoy his fight.
Critics warned that moving up 2 weight classes to face the biggest star in boxing at 168 pounds was a reckless gamble, a so-called suicide mission that would finally end his perfect 42-0 record and expose the limits of even Crawford's greatness.
It's a ridiculous fight myself. I think that Crawford is too small. Canelo is, in my opinion, the face of boxing right now. I think that look at his resume. I think it's a good fight for a little while. Crawford's hand speed will, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was evident at the beginning of the fight. But as the fight goes on, Canelo's going to start pounding on him, and I think that the fight ends somewhere between the 9th and 12th round.
You really think because of the size difference, he can stop Crawford?
Well, absolutely. I think that anything Canelo hits him with is going to hurt him. He won't be able to catch him early because, like I said, the speed and the foot speed and the hand speed. And Crawford's a heck of a fighter at his own weight. 54, when he fought Madrimov in his last fight, showed us that he can't really, the weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gains and how much he does to try to get up to that level, 168, is going to make a difference.
Instead of faltering, Crawford delivered a historic masterclass, not merely surviving Canelo Alvarez, but dismantling him to claim the undisputed super middleweight title, becoming the first male boxer of the 4-belt era to be undisputed in 3 different weight classes, an achievement so rare it elevates him beyond Hall of Fame status into all-time greatness. Having reached the summit and defeated boxing's reigning king, there was little left to prove, as returning to fight mandatory challengers for lesser rewards would feel like a step backward. Financially, his retirement means walking away from staggering sums of money, including rumored rematch clauses worth upwards of $50 million and the possibility of dropping to 160 pounds to chase an unprecedented 4th undisputed title. But Crawford chose legacy and fulfillment over further risk and reward.
Get this, Terence Crawford is reportedly set to vacate his titles in the 168-pound division and move down to 160 to face Cuba's Erislandy Lara. This would be a huge move for Crawford, aiming to become a 6th division world champion. If this happens, Crawford will face a tough challenge against Lara, who's the WBA champion and has experience fighting at 160 pounds. This fight would be one of the most anticipated of the year, and boxing fans are eager to see the outcome. Crawford has shown incredible skills at 168, and now he's looking to bring the success to a new weight class. Will he succeed? We'll have to wait and see.
There was also the circus side of the sport, with real headlines floating crossover bouts against Jake Paul or other influencers. Fights that carried minimal risk and the promise of 9-figure paydays. But by choosing to walk away, Crawford sent a powerful message that his legacy outweighs any remaining financial temptation. For most fighters, staying for 1 or 2 easy cash outs would be impossible to resist. Yet Crawford showed he was no longer chasing checks, but respect, and in stepping away at the peak of his powers, he made it clear he believes he has earned that respect in full.
Crawford. Oh, man. Hey, look. Terrence lands, Palm Springs, never heard of him. Brother-in-law goes out, picks him up, straight to the gym. Because if this work ain't good enough, we got a red eye for him, we'll go back home. I walk in, I see him off in the corner. I'm like, who is this dude, right? Get in the ring with him. My team is right here. This dude is by himself. He came to my corner to get water after every single round. First round goes, I'm like, all right, let me see what he knows. I make a move, boom, I get hit. I'm like, dang. Okay, let me get a little bit serious with this man. Let me see if he lay down. So I turn it up, bing, 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 bing. He's like, bing, 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 right back. And I'm like, ooh, okay, he got something, right? But then I would raise it another level. And then it's an all-out fight. But he right there hanging with me. Every time he's right there. I was supposed to go 6 rounds that day. I only went 4. Ooh, man, I'm like, who are you, man? I'm Terence Crawford. And I look at him, I go, bruh, you ain't no sparring partner, you a world champion.
It's impossible to talk about an undefeated retirement without addressing the obvious comparison to Floyd Mayweather. For years, 50-0 has been treated as the ultimate benchmark in boxing, carefully marketed as perfection. Crawford stepping away at 42-0 has ignited heated debate, with many fans arguing that while Mayweather mastered numbers and risk management, Crawford defined dominance. Mayweather's final bout came against Conor McGregor, a debuting boxer from MMA, while Crawford closed his career by defeating Canelo Alvarez, an established legend in a higher weight class. The argument isn't about who would win head-to-head, but about the meaning of the exit itself. Crawford is wagering that history will favor a fighter who challenged giants rather than one who played it safe, and judging by the reaction across social media, that gamble appears to be resonating. Fans aren't questioning his choice. They're expressing gratitude for how he chose to leave.
Crawford is the most talented fighter that I've ever been in the ring with, right along with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a savage. He was definitely savage, but Crawford, skill for skill, I ain't never been in the ring with nobody more skillful than Crawford. This is history. This is a GOAT before he became the GOAT. And you gotta see how he was before he got to where he is now.
There's also a darker reality to boxing that Crawford is wise enough to recognize. He turned 38 this past September, and in boxing years, that age is ancient. The sport is filled with cautionary tales of legends who stayed too long. Roy Jones Jr. being knocked out by opponents who once wouldn't share a ring with him, or Muhammad Ali paying a devastating price long after the cheers faded. It's the tragic curse of fighters that they are often the last to realize when it's over. And by walking away now, Crawford has chosen awareness over denial.
Away from competition before it retires me is profound.
Crawford's statement, "I'm stepping away from competition before it retires me," is deeply profound because it shows rare self-awareness in a sport that often rewards denial. He understands that his speed, reflexes, and sharpness are finite, and he's choosing to lead with his mind intact, his speech clear, and his legacy untouched. Crawford knows that if he stayed another year or two, the decline would eventually begin, and for perfectionists like Bud, anything less than his best is unacceptable. By walking away now, he didn't let Father Time make the decision for him. He made it first.
Man, I ain't boxing no more, man. Y'all can have that. You know what I mean? So, you know what got me back into boxing? That kid that y'all seen performing at my fight got me back in boxing. Just the thought of people saying that he can beat me, and I haven't been boxing for years, led me back to boxing. And him pushing me and me pushing him, and we competing to be the best fighter in the gym. I want to thank all my fans here that support me. I want to thank. This is bigger than the norm, you know, because I want to thank my urban community. I want to thank my Latin community. I want to thank my white community, and I want to thank my Asian community, my African community. I want to thank everybody, because today you see us all as one.
One of the most revealing moments in Crawford's farewell video was who he chose to thank, because it exposed the engine that drove his entire career. Beyond his team, family, and promoters, he thanked his haters, and with Bud, that wasn't a cliche. It was a confession. For years, he was boxing's most avoided elite, blocked by politics, Told he wasn't a draw. Told he couldn't sell tickets. Told he couldn't beat Spence or survive Canelo. That doubt became his fuel. The constant pressure that pushed him to train harder and fight sharper. Now that the world has finally accepted him as the pound-for-pound king, that fuel is gone. The doubters have turned into believers. The fight against the narrative is over. And without that friction, the fire to wake up at 4 a.m. for road work simply doesn't burn the same anymore.
This just came to my mind. I got the key to the city, right? A lot of y'all probably don't know, but this is my second key to the city. Let's go, bud! So, that means today my day, right? That's your day. Okay, so, T, you can have that day, all right? The first key to the city is March 4th, the same day as my son. It's a special day, but at the same time, I would never take the light or take anything away from my son, you know, so he can have that day. But tell me, what do this open?
Today, whatever you want.
Hey, y'all got that on camera? Today, September 27th, anything I want is mine. I don't want to hear nothing. If I go in a restaurant and say y'all packed and y'all ain't got no room, I'm gonna say, today.
That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.